Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna sing my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Hey guys, how you going? Okay, we're going to get into some stuff today. Everyone I mentioned today is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Why is my camera slightly off? Anyway, don't worry about that. Yeah, so thank you, Menacing Muskrat. Sorry for the extra tip. Thank you so much. You're a legend, mate. Okay, I'm going to get into some news because there is a fair bit. I went and watched the full Joe Rogan show yesterday of that, those two people talking about Big Pharma. If you go over to Rumble, you'll see it. It's 2 videos back. And the one that got removed yesterday, the video that got removed from YouTube yesterday, I edited it and put it back up. Actually, YouTube edited it and then put it back up. It was blocked in all countries because of 2 copyright claims. One was the UFC with Joe Rogan and Trump. And the second one was the little witch and the drone. So they're gone and it's back up. But if you want to see the full thing, go to Rumble and you'll see the whole lot. Anyway, Alexandra Marshall said the CSIRO is complaining about people questioning their judgment after they produced multiple junk reports demonising nuclear energy and misrepresenting its costs. I mean, they could try doing their jobs properly if they don't like the criticism. Funny, Roseanne Barr has the same thought pattern that I do. Now you can see why I mention Project Bluebeam every week on my podcast. You're not the only one. I think I do it at least every week. Mr. Poole said, and Mr. Poole's not always right, so take it with a grain of salt, be prepared for the 17 cities, one event scenario. I think we're getting close. I don't know if that. I still think the drones are. That's what it is. It is what it is. Unacceptable Canadian girl said, I thought I'd look into Bovea, the food additive that Canada's just approved. So Canada, UK and Australia have just approved to reduce methane from cows. Naturally, I checked to see who owns it, which led me to DSM Firmenich, a company based out of Switzerland. Then I looked into the CEO, Dimitri de Vries, and guess what? Our good friend Dimitri is an agenda contributor for the World Economic Forum. Yeah, nothing sus there at all, I'm sure. Shadow of Ezra said Nancy Pelosi recently underwent a hip replacement surgery in Germany conducted at a military base after she suffered a serious fall down marble stairs, breaking a hip. I was right, she fell downstairs. That's what they all do, apparently, allegedly. At 84 years old, such surgeries can raise concerns about shortened life expectancy due to potential complications and the overall strain on the body at an advanced age. So she fell down some stairs, is she? Did she? Did she actually fall downstairs, or are we all guessing she fell? Because it's the first thing that comes to my mind is she fell downstairs. Maybe because they all do. Okay. I just got to clean I should have done this before I started. Sorry, guys. Cleaning my glasses because I can't see out of them. They're very foggy. Okay, that's better. Okay, this one was a bit funny, so I thought I'd share this. Not federal, no reserves, which is right, pretty much. Replying to Timcast, who said, we've got to find out what Tim said first. Tim Poole said they're about to oxymandaeus us, aren't they? I don't even know what that means. But anyway, I wanted to believe, but then the government said they were real, and now, look, anytime the government says something, I think the opposite. I'm sorry. But it's true. I don't know. Is he saying Project Bluebeam us? Hang on. I've got to find out. These damn drones are taking off from somewhere that should be immediately discovered and either seized or destroyed by competent authorities, if we have any, General Mike Flynn. Ozymandias would also imply some level of supreme intelligence. That's a pretty hard sell with the Biden bozos. Yeah, not with the deep state, though. What is it? Someone in the chat tell me? What does it mean? Oh, there's people that are just theorising all over the place. Some of these drones are very likely nuclear material detecting drones. The pic below is from Nuvia Tech. Both Iran and Al-Qaeda have been training, funding and deploying operatives into the US, and our government knows this. Okay, well, anyway, you're going to look out for a Sky event because it's coming. FYI, those drones communicate via secure microwave comms and can also jam the airspace around them while remaining unjammable. Okay. Huh. Okay. There's all different theories flying around all over the place. Okay. That's still on Tim's. Okay, I've got to go back, and there. Okay. Red Hat. Okay, Red Hat. Different. Okay, so this guy's Jersey Futures account was deleted, but there are some screenshots of his post floating around the drones over New Jersey. This might explain the alien sounds on FM radios that have also been reported, allegedly. Okay. Here we go, Project Bluebeam. Where's the rest of it? Come on, there's 1 out of 4. Oh, don't do this to me right now. Oh, thank you. Whew. In the late 2000s, the DoD needed a response to the threat of dirty bombs from ISIS coming into our ports in New York and New Jersey. They've been stocking up on these drones for a while. Some were deployed to Ukraine when Russia threatened the use of any dirty bombs. They look weird because they're heavy and have giant cryo coolers mounted and giant horn antennas to communicate on M-wave frequencies that can't be jammed. This is where I come in. The technology these drones use have few suppliers, both for wave equipment and the high-purity germanium. The same suppliers that are the backbone of my industry. So what are they doing? Collecting information on how the public will react to PSYOP and testing their ability. A port city like New York for dirty bombs. Hang on a sec, guys. How you going? Oh, really? Okay. Okay, I've got 2 lives. How did I do that? Ah, okay, yep, I get you. Yep. Okay. I'm not on the Sky Events one now, am I? No, hang on. Cancel, hang on. Oh, okay. No, that was supposed to be today, but I've somehow no, it's the Streamlabs thing. It's set up a new one and taken the title from yesterday. I'll delete the other one. Okay. Okay, cool. Thank you, Alex. Thanks, bye. Sorry, guys, that was Alex just letting me know I had another stream set up, which was supposed to be this stream. But anyway, I'm going to rename this stream. Sorry, guys, right in the middle of it all. Drone updates, that's what it was supposed to be. And lots more. Whoa. Okay. So let's save that one. I don't know, Streamlabs. Sometimes when you click on the scheduled live, if you don't click on it properly, it will change and go to the previous title as well. That fan just stopped. I hope it's still working. Okay, anyway, let's get back to this one. Jersey Future says, so what are they doing? Collecting information on how the public will react. Okay, we read that one, testing their ability to sweep a port city like New York. Jersey was chose because we're the closest port city to New York, and New York would be too dense for reliable wave comms, but that's why the DOD, but why is the DOD silent? 9/11. Again, because in a scenario we have a threat of a dirty bomb and the public doesn't yet know. The DOD needs to know how the public would react if these were deployed to sweep a city. What? Oh, no, that was 9 out of 11. This is 10 out of 11, sorry. 9/11 has nothing to do with it. What many don't realise is Ukraine is the reason we're here. That was the first time we deployed them in a combat zone. But make no mistake, they're for protecting the homeland, as DOD bought hundreds of thousands to act as swarms capable of sweeping a city. And I'm sorry for all the typos. I'm on the train. Thanks for telling us, mate. Needed that. Okay. What many don't realise is Ukraine is the reason we're here. I read that one, okay. And that one on the train. Home without my glasses, and it's very bumpy. I just had to get this off my chest, as all day I'm hearing people genuinely afraid of the drones when they should be in awe of the capabilities we have as a country to keep us safe. And for nerds who know a bit about what I'm talking about, take a look at a close-up of the drones. They operate in a grid both to sweep areas, but also because comms are done in a mesh network operating at 200 gigahertz, which is very directional and needs bulky horn antennas mounted. Should note, not a military expert, but spent 1/3 of my career as an RF engineer. We are only hired in military, telecom and finance. I'm speculating that this is just a drill, but I think it's, what is it? Pterodynamics XP4 trans-wing drone. Note the stubby nose, straight side wings and long tail with dual forking fins, visible in the first Twitter X vid in OP's post at 0.19. The Tyrodynamics XP4 is being developed for the US Navy as recon and logistics drone capable of picking up and dropping off packages between land and a moving ship, including in high seas and high winds. As the name suggests, it's a trans-wing design which transitions between quadcopter and fixed-wing modes for both long-range flight and VTOL capabilities, so it can hover pretty much at will. Officially, it has a 1-hour flight time at max payload, but could have been upgraded. It's about 13 feet wide by 6 foot long, about the dimensions of a compact SUV, consistent with witness statements. And its flight path leads directly from the coast up to northern New Jersey, and wouldn't you know it, right where it's most commonly seen. And we find Joint Base McGuire, Dix Lakehurst, home of the Naval Air Warfare Centre Aircraft Division, whose whole job is to research, test and support aircraft for Navy combat operations. This also explains why it's appearing every night and how it's sticking around so long. It literally has a home base to swap batteries at all night long. And why they're not talking about them, it's their drones and they don't want to advertise. Too long didn't read at least some of the Jersey drones, most likely experimental VTOL drones being tested out by the Navy, likely running nighttime training missions between NORCAD, Lakehurst and Navy ship offshore. Holy crap. The exact reason why FM radio stations are receiving signals from drones isn't definitively known. It's likely a combination of incidental electromagnetic interference and the broader mystery surrounding these drone sightings. The ongoing investigations aim to clarify these anomalies, but as of now, the situation remains unsolved. Possible indirect effects. While direct interference is unlikely, a high-powered MM-wave device operating very close to an FM radio might cause secondary effects, such as front-end overload. The MM-wave transmitter is very powerful and physically close to the FM radio receiver. It might overwhelm the FM radio's front-end circuits, causing distortion or loss of signal. Harmonics or spurious emissions. Poorly designed or malfunctioning MM-wave devices could emit unintended lower frequency signals that could overlap with FM frequencies. These indirect effects are rare and typically mitigated by proper shielding and compliance with regulatory standards for electromagnetic compatibility. The recent incidents of FM radio stations in New Jersey receiving signals from drones are part of the broader phenomenon of mysterious drone area activity in the area. Here's what we know based on information. Okay, they can affect FM towers. If there are numerous ones flying near sensitive infrastructure. These drones have been observed in various counties, with some reports indicating they fly in coordinated formations, can be quite large, up to 6 feet in diameter, according to Assemblywoman Dawn Fantasia after a briefing with the Department of Homeland Security. I like a last name, Fantasia. Interference or intentional signals. Okay, I think we get it. Electromagnetic interference from drones, especially when flying close to, is known to occur, okay? Can manifest as unintended signals or noise on radio broadcasts. However, the deliberate transmission of signals to FM stations would require more sophisticated equipment, or intent, which hasn't been confirmed. I reckon they're doing it on purpose. Project Bluebeam, seriously. I really do think that's what we're looking at. Anywho. So to summarise, this could be part of a complex operation, probably linked to military and homeland security advancements. These stealthy drones, first deployed in Ukraine, are now being tested or used domestically for capabilities including urban sweeps for threats like dirty bombs using high frequency, 200 gigahertz mesh networks for communication. And there you go. Public reactions range from fear to awe, reflecting a gap between the technology's perceived and actual purposes. The underlying narrative suggests these drones are not just for combat, but could be pivotal in enhancing national security measures, possibly indicating a shift towards more integrated technology, advanced defence strategies. So there you go. Interesting. I still think it's Project Bluebeam. President Biden, oh dear God, why did I bookmark this? Oh, I led the fight to ban them in 1994 and it can be done again. Ping off, mate. Far, far away. Really, really far away. Seriously. Why did I like it? Oh my God, I'm an idiot. He led the fight to ban them in 1994. Did they ban them? Actually, I want to go and see the comments. Tell Hunter to stop lying on background checks. I completely forgot you still had this job. So did I, actually. That's why we don't want you here. Go away and leave us alone. Your term is over in a couple of weeks, buddy. Lol, did nobody tell you? Did nobody tell him about the election? Yeah, I'd say so. Okay, don't like it. Don't like it, for God's sake. It's just habit. Sorry, guys. I have a habit of liking every post I read out on video. That was a big mistake. So I unliked it. Charlie Kirk News said, we are fucked. The drones of Project Bluebeam, look for vids of them transforming from balls of light to planes when filmed to see for yourself, which I did yesterday. The government is not investigating. They're doing this. Whatever you see in the coming days is not God. Radar guy here. I know who's operating. See, we've got so many theories, right? I know who's operating the drones. 25-year-old radar operator for a major agency here. Just thought I'd let you all know what has been going on these past few weeks. The drones are part of a military drill. That I do believe, but I do believe it's Project Bluebeam. Being conducted by a Space Force. Everything is on a need-to-know basis, which is why there's so much confusion. What gets me concerned and why I had to make this post is that something big is about to go down. I happen to know there are additional full lockout drills that are scheduled to take place between now and Christmas Eve. These operations involve the full turnover of radio, radar and aircraft communications to the military for several hours at a time. In conjunction with that, there are also scheduled satellite launches off the books, which have been occurring since October. They're setting up some kind of big show for the public very soon. CNN was even at our facility shooting pre-roll footage for a future story. I don't know exactly what's going on, but all I know is this. Get ready. Peace and safety to all of you and your families. And don't forget to grab the popcorn. Okay? Don't forget. Alexandra Marshall said opinion on those who pled insanity or mental health to terror charges, murder or sexual assault should automatically receive life in an institution, and I agree. Have you seen how many people try to plead like insanity, mental health? Oh, you know, you hear it on the TV as well. They say, oh, the person had a really bad childhood. Well, so the hell did a lot of other people, and they don't go murdering people, okay? That is not an excuse. I'm sorry, but it's not. It really isn't, okay? If their judgment's that badly impacted, they shouldn't be walking the streets. Make asylums great again. I bet the whole let's see if I can avoid jail time response dries up immediately. Yeah, we should never have closed asylums. See? I agree with that. We shouldn't have. Melinda Richards said it's happening after nearly 2 decades of institutional infiltration. The toxic woke agenda is slowly falling apart. People are less afraid to express their opinions and less bothered by the hate. Core Western values are back in fashion. Racism against white people is being tolerated a lot less, and many people from all backgrounds, including the black community, are standing up against this. The marketplace is continuing to punish woke brands. More ideologically extreme teachers are being arrested and sacked. More LGBT people are standing up against the grooming and sexualisation of children. People awakening to the surge in teenage mutilation and sterilisation, speaking out against this, especially those that want to transition back. More women are standing up for their rights for private spaces in public areas. Fathers are standing up against boys competing against their daughters in sport. People less afraid to speak out against rampant, stupid and divisive identity politics. Victimhood is passé. Pronouns are passé. Climate change is becoming known as the money and power grifting sham that it is. Two-tier policing in the West is obvious and being talked about and rallied against. Freedom of speech is being valued again, and Trump win by a landslide. Enter 2025 with still a long way to go, but wokeism is waning and it's about time. Thanks, everyone. Thank you to everybody who spoke out. Everybody. Everyone who is not afraid to speak out. Libs of TikTok said heartbreaking moment. Sandy Fonzo confronted a judge who was part of the Kids for Cash scheme, where 2 judges were receiving millions of dollars to send kids to for-profit prisons. Her son ended up committing suicide. Biden just commuted the sentence of one of the judges. Can Biden look Sandy in the eyes and explain why he commuted the judge's sentence? So there was a judge who was part of the Kids for Cash scheme, and they were receiving millions of dollars. Well, Biden just commuted the sentence of one of those judges who was sending kids to for-profit prisons. That is disgusting. Theoretical conspiracists said friends. Drones over US, tracking only. What do you reckon? Interesting. Could be. And everyone's freaking out. Well, I'm still getting ready for that Sky thing anyway, because you never know. Oz Integrity said, remembering that wild announcement from Telstra, which is a telecommunications company here in Australia, about changes to the Online Safety Act 2024 that Australian Labor just rammed through Parliament with support of Liberals. Yeah, well, as far as pro-terror material is concerned, terror includes things which is harmful to the government and which exploits the information of the government. And everyone thought these new laws were about banning under 16s from social media. Jigsaw said Australia's Online Safety Act, so we got some legal advice on this in regard to the changes of terms of service sent out by Telstra and Boost. The term Class 1B material is defined by cross-reference to the Online Safety Act of 2021, Section 106(1), which defines it basically as any film or the contents of a film which has been designated RC by the Classification Board under the Classification Act of 1995, or any film that is or part thereof which hasn't been rated by the board but would be rated RC if it had been. This is very problematic because although it's less vague, it's still too vague. It also forces the courts under 2 to stand in the shoes of the Classification Board, an act it is probably not permitted to do under Australian law. However, that wouldn't necessarily stop the telco providers from enforcing it as their policy, monitoring people's internet. As far as pro-terror material is concerned, terror includes things which is harmful to the government and which exploits the information of the government. Australia has an implied freedom of speech, having been granted by the High Court and not the Constitution in human rights. It appears the government appear to be able to classify speech at its whim if it so desires. Lastly, no one cares for the lives of anyone sharing child exploitation material, so hopefully they will all be snapped up even quicker by law enforcement as per this new legislation and its close surveillance. So if I've got this right, Telstra are already implementing this online safety bill thing on behalf of the government. Of course they would. Okay. Charlie Kirk News said Joe Biden pardoned Chinese spies and is auctioning off our border wall materials dirt cheap. Let's see if we can get a fuck Joe Biden from every state. I'll start. Fuck Joe Biden from West Virginia. I'll finish. Fuck Joe Biden from Australia, mate. New South Wales, Australia. Fuck Joe Biden. Potato. Stephen voiceover. Okay, here's a funny one. How do you explain this then at Timcast? Stephen voiceover said breaking drama at the White House as John Kirby weighs in on Iranian spy drones. Are you ready for it?
I just want to add a few comments on the reports of drone activity here on the East Coast, particularly in and around New Jersey. We have no evidence at this time that the reported drone sightings pose a national security or a public safety threat, or have...
Oh, dear.
I just want to add a...
Who did that? Oh, dear. Okay, these are all in reply to
Few comments
Timcast
on the
because I went through the comments and it was hilarious. Damn Ian Said, what happens when one rando sends up a drone, then another rando sends up a drone to look at said drone, and then another rando sends up a drone to look at the two drones, and then another rando sends, do you see where this is going? A bunch of idiots in their backyards looking at each other's drones and thinking it's an alien invasion when it's just an infestation of idiots. Sorry. Look, that's not what I think it is, okay? But that was funny. Insurrection Barbie said food workers in Washington, D.C. have pledged to refuse service and cause other inconveniences for members of the incoming Trump administration when they dine out over the next 4 years. Industry veterans in the Capitol stated they are going to form the resistance by small acts, like making people wait way too long for their food, giving it to them cold, or just not serving them at all. Clown World, well, I think... Do you think DC is going to be, like, split up and moved? Like, no more living in DC? Hang on a sec. There was one comment that, oh, no, I should have bookmarked it. Trump and Elon will open their own restaurant chain in DC. Trump will move tons of government workers out of the DC metro area. However many he does, I hope he moves more, just so they can't spend money supporting food workers in DC. I like both those ideas. So you mean just outright discrimination? Sounds about right for the Democrats. Just glad you're finally saying it out loud. Oh, all you Democrats do is hate. Okay. Interesting. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Lovely picture there, Beyonce. Maverick X said, I'll take this with a grain of salt too. A threat on female celebrities that might not be female. Beyonce. Okay. Michelle Obama. We all know that one. Serena Williams. If you took the hair off, it does look like a man, except for these things on the front here. Jane Fonda. Oh, Jane Fonda. What are you doing there, Jane? What have you got hiding in there? What is that hiding in there? Chrissy Teigen. What are they hiding in their pants? Emma Watson. Oh, see the Adam's apple? Rosie Huntington Whiteley. I don't know, it looks a bit Ozempic. Sandra Bullock. Cara Delevingne? Oh, that does look like a man. Oh, wow, really manly. Really handsome lady there. Paris Hilton. What is she adjusting in her pants? Someone else has put Naomi. Are you showing everyone your PP again? Oh. What is going on here? Brooke Shields with Ariana Grande. Oh, look at Brooke Shields. Now, we've seen Brooke Shields, didn't we? Blue Lagoon when she was little? No, that wasn't her. No, we didn't. That was a baby. I'm thinking, my brain's doing that cognitive dissonance thing, guys. Okay, Brooke Shields apparently as well. Yeah, no, there was a kid playing her and then we didn't see her private parts when she grew up, I don't think, in that movie. That was a weird time. Blue Lagoon, I don't know. Now I'm looking at it, I'm going, I don't know if that's appropriate. Okay. Kate said Bowen left-leaning media and their cronies are all out dissing Peter Dutton over his release of nuclear costings today. However, there are 3 key points these fools overlook. Firstly, costings were done by a very reliable firm, Frontier Economics, and one that Chris Bowen and Labor uses themselves. Well done, guys. 2, these findings are consistent with the US Department of Energy nuclear lift off report and their estimated 37% cost reduction with nuclear. 3. Nuclear is reliable. It doesn't depend on the vagaries of weather nor stop working when the sun goes down and the wind doesn't blow. In other words, plain common sense, a rare commodity these days. I don't trust Dutton. I don't trust Peter Dutton at all. I don't trust either party, either of the main parties here. One nation. Chuck Costello said, breaking report, Fox News is requesting any local residents in New Jersey to share any video they may have of unidentified drones. Drop them here and we'll forward the best ones with attribution. Let's have a look. This one was found to be made in Iran. Oh. Oh dear. Is that Joe? Can we actually do that? Okay, clear footage of the thing that people thought looked like Ezekiel's wheel. New Jersey citizens right now, you all got any more of them Patriot missiles? We have an FAA tech centre in AC, and UJ was selected as a drone test site back in 2013. I compiled a bunch of the info here if anyone wants to read. There seems to be a lot of people trying to tell us that these are military and they're for searching for dirty bombs. Just wait. Chuck Costello said, breaking report, Fox News is requesting any... Oh, I did read that one. Duh. Hev. Okay. Declaration of Memes said this should be interesting. What was a fact taught to you in school that's been proven false during your lifetime? That the government's here to help you, that the media are almost... How many do you want me to list off? That the moon landing? I mean, I could just keep going. And Santa surfing, because she did post this. President Trump just posted on 12/14/24, the golden age of America has already begun. On Truth Social. Is this real? Because that doesn't look like a Truth Social post. I don't know. It might be. Okay, anyway. Cat Turd said, oh my God, Donald J. Trump said mystery drone sightings all over the country. Can this really be happening without our government's knowledge? I don't think so. Let the public know, and now. Otherwise, shut them down, DJT. Okay, there's 2 spelling mistakes here. I don't think so. And shot them down, DJT. Shoot the drones down. What the fuck are they doing? Government response to unknown drones. Government response to adopted squirrels. President Trump is now receiving top secret briefings, so he's well aware of what's happening. He knows he's keeping quiet. Something's definitely going on that we're not being told about. The 3rd Obama term winds down. He still has unmet goals. Why are they not shooting down the drones? Because they will not destroy their own property. They know what those drones are doing there. We do not. There you go. Who knows? Mike Williams Oz said, we are so fucked. Happy to have foreign-born people in our leadership, in our parliament, telling us how to live our lives. Our tolerance is our downfall. Labor. Likely the first Palestinian Oz federal MP selected by Labor. What in the hell? I might as well run then. I'll stand beside Pauline. Let's go. Can I run Australia Doge? I'll go in there and clean them all out. Malcolm Roberts said the UK recently completed a trial of carbon credit system that sets a daily allowance for each person in effect, a limit on your ability to purchase food, clothing, goods and travel as you've always done. The limit has been set at 20 kilograms of carbon emissions each day. Permissions? Might as well be. With food restricted to 2,600 grams. Food manufacturers are cooperating by adding a carbon statement on their packaging to inform consumers how much of their allowance each product consumes. This is ridiculous. Absolute controlling authoritarian pieces of shit. Different foods have varying carbon rates. Root vegetables like potatoes and carrots are relatively low, while red meat incurs the highest charge, so high in fact that if you were to spend your entire daily food carbon allowance on red meat, it would only buy you 30 grams of steak. Just one mouthful. You may recall I mentioned this in a speech some time ago and was fact-checked. Well, fact-check this. Net zero is supported by the Liberal Party, the Labor Party and the Nationals. Only one nation stands firm in defending our agricultural sector from this insane push to control the food supply and hollow out the bush. Go Malcolm Roberts and Pauline. El Donaldo Trumpo said we're getting rid of daylight saving time. Remember those screaming people, screaming leftists when Trump won the first time? Wow, it was amazing. Dr. Simon Godek said, what caused men being so weak? Men in 1944 facing almost certain death. Men in 2020 facing a 99.9% survival rate. Not all men, but a hell of a lot of them. And that was shocking to see as a woman. I was walking around without a mask on and I was watching all these people. I got death glares from a man with a mask on in a supermarket. He would not stop staring. You could see by his eyes. You know that look? That one. Yeah. He was giving me that look all the way through the shopping centre. And I'm like, fuck off, mate. You're like a bit of a stalker. I don't know. Anyway. Joey Manorino said, mark my words, Nancy Pelosi is going to resign from Congress and live out the rest of her days in Italy now, if she doesn't die first. She won't come back to America. Hammerman Paul will join her soon. The broken hip thing may or may not have happened, but she's not coming back. Because Trump's going to be in charge shortly. She's going to get in trouble. Insurrection Barbie said, I can get over most of the clemency grants. I don't expect a lot from Democrats, but the multiple clemency grants for people who are convicted of having child pornography, there is no explaining that away. I can't get over it. It's so disgusting and there should be way more outrage over it. So people cheering on the clemency grants for people who are convicted of having child pornography, that should show you who these people are. Rosita Diaz said, well, who would have thought that? The world's most powerful wind turbine, a 20 megawatt giant manufactured by Mingyang, has reportedly suffered multiple blade breaks just months after the prototype machine was installed in China. The blades on the My SE 18.X/-20 MW prototype offshore model broke earlier this month, according to Chinese news reports. I didn't think China had any wind turbines. I thought they were using all our coal. Aerial view of damaged wind turbines along the Millan Bay after Super Typhoon Yagi on September the 10th, 2024 in Wenchang, Hainan province of China. Related, why were typhoon-proof Chinese wind turbines flattened by a Typhoon Yagi? Videos posted on Chinese social media show pieces of the giant blades falling from the turbine as it still spins. Other videos and pictures posted show the turbine now static, missing two blades entirely. Local wind power journals and various social media accounts report that this was the My SE 18, okay, that type, right, prototype turbine installed by Mingyang in the island province of Hainan in late August. It is unclear what caused the blade breaks, and Chinese manufacturer Mingyang, one of the world's leading turbine makers, was not immediately available for comment. Oh dear, they don't look too healthy now, do they? Some of them are just like busted in half. Oh, there's still one standing. Oh, whoopee. Oh, what an eyesore. That is a real eyesore. Seriously. I was watching a video the other day, and then all of a sudden, in the middle of the ocean, there's wind turbines. And it was about a ship or something, this video. And I'm like, damn wind turbines in the middle of the ocean, what are they doing there? I don't know. Mark PG said Simon's going to spend many millions to keep his teal handmaidens, Simon Holmes a Court, whatever his name is, to keep his teal handmaidens in Parliament. Not for the Australian people, not for the country, but for his vast renewables investment. Anyone who votes for his teal socialites is voting for the demise of our country. Don't do it. Find out who the teals are and do not vote for them. They're mostly in rich suburbs. Alexandria Marshall said there's no such thing as a justice system in the West. The rich use it to sue the weak and poor, either for financial gain or to pump up their ego. Foreign criminals are barely touched as they are tagged and released back onto the streets. Powerful psychos are protected by their friends and the institutions which profit. And in their free time, the judges play social politics, praising eco-vandals while imprisoning those who criticise Parliament. It's beyond broken. Yeah, it's not a justice system, it's a legal system. Yep, makes sense now, yep. Yeah, I believed in the legal system when I was young. Didn't realise it was just a legal system and not a justice system myself. So there you go. Elon Musk said, biggest vibe shift I've ever seen. The code in the Matrix is being patched. Mark Andreessen, hang on, there's a new, okay, hang on, I wanted to read the old one. We are living through the most dramatic preference cascade of my life. Every day I'm hearing the most amazing things. What did he say first off? We are living through the most dramatic preference unwind cascade of my life every day. Okay. And Elon Musk responded with biggest vibe shift I've ever seen. The code in the Matrix is being patched. I wonder what that means. Does that mean we're not going to escape, or we're going to go further in, or what's going on? Elon Musk said, what's the difference between a right-wing conspiracy and reality? About 6 months. J.D. Vance said, for those keeping score at home, this was labelled a dangerous conspiracy theory months ago. And it was about the FBI having people at the Capitol on J6. And when it happened, we knew straight away. As soon as the video of Ray Epps come out, we all knew 4 years ago, okay? You're saying what's the difference between a right-wing conspiracy and reality about 6 months? Well, some of us knew 4 years ago or 3 years ago when it happened. Nearly full. Vincent Oshana said, I have a weird feeling something massive is about to happen in the US and those drones are connected. A pandemic won't work again. We're too awake. But a staged threat from outside this world? That could justify anything, even locking us down. Just a hunch, but stay ready. And Robert F. Kennedy Jr. parody, I like this, so I bookmarked it. It's a parody account. Dear Whoopi, I appreciate your perspective on my influence. However, if half the passion of your constant uninformed criticisms were directed towards exercise and diet, your health and weight would naturally improve. Open to discussing further. Best, RFK Jr. Parody. It's not a real RFK Jr., but it would be funny if it was, but it's not. Still funny. Because that's all Whoopi, yeah, instead of like spending all her time just, talking, waffling on, and tried exercising, she'd probably feel better too. John Goddard, she might not have so much hate inside. John Goddard said Australians hate it when other people get ahead in life. It's known as tall poppy syndrome. This is true. And they love it when the government makes new rules to follow, known as convict syndrome. I can't wrap my head around this mentality. Here in Australia, we do have something known as tall poppy syndrome. So they build you up. They're going to build you up just to tear you down. Slap your knee bones to the ground. That's what they do. That's a song, by the way, an Australian song, okay? But that's what they do. They build you up and then they want to tear you down again. I don't know why. Salwan, maybe it's the media. It might be mainstream media that do it, Might not even be normal Aussies. They're just following along because they've got convict syndrome, Stockholm syndrome. Salwan Momika said, do you support the deportation of Muslims to their Islamic countries and the closing of mosques? I don't care where you are, yeah. Yep. I don't know where you are, mate. Are you in Australia, UK, Canada, anywhere? Yeah. Send them home again. If they want to change our countries to be like the country they came from, they can just go home. See ya. Kobe Thatcher said, New Zealand has reversed its Visa ban for Candace Owens, citing the importance of free speech. Will Australia eventually come to its senses and do the same? I don't know. It might take us getting rid of this government for that to happen. But New Zealand has reversed the ban on Candace Owens. Hello, Australia. What's wrong with you? That's our nanny government thinking that we don't, we can't hear that stuff. Oh, no. I'm surprised I'm not in jail yet. Sassafras 84 said, I have no words. Professor Tracy Smart, are you ready for this one? Public health announcement. This person had COVID jab number 6 yesterday. At this time, Moderna XBB 1.5 point. In case you don't know, we're in another major wave with COVID-19 hospitalisation rates, the highest for 12 months. If you haven't had COVID or a vaccination in the last 6 months, then it's worth getting a jab, especially if you're at high risk. Oh, and think about wearing a mask in crowded public spaces. It does reduce risk. Now, you ready? I can tell. What is wrong? Oh dear. I've shown this person before, right? I've seen this person before. I've shown it on video. Is that a lady? Yeah, Tracy. There's something wrong. And I can't pinpoint it. Is it the teeth? Is it the mouth? Is it the eyes? Is it the hair? Is it what you're wearing? Oh, it's everything. Okay. Old soldier said Brisbane will be 26. No one will survive. 9 years. This is what we're doing now, okay? It's hitting 30 degrees and Australia's completely dark red. I had purple in mine on my weather app. It showed purple. I don't know what the purple means. I thought that was cooler, but no, apparently it's even hotter than the dark red. Okay? Entire nation gripped by a heat wave. Mate, when we have 45, 50 degrees, tell us we're in a heat wave. Until then, we have 25, 35, 32, 32, 30, 26, 25, 22, 19. It's going to be 30 here today. But that's not a heat wave. But 9 News, they can't help themselves. The entire country is being gripped by a heat wave, with each state set to feel the warm conditions through the entire week. Warm conditions, not hot, warm. I mean, it's hot for me because I keep getting hot flushes. So, yeah, of course, I'm overheating all the time. And I don't have air conditioning. And I've got this little fan right in front of me, right? A little cordless fan. Hang on. See this little cordless fan? It's a USB fan. So I've got that thing going. Try and keep myself cool. Hopefully you can't hear that too much. No, it doesn't show my microphone picking it up until I talk. But yeah, it's not a heat wave. Yeah, Brisbane's going to be 26 degrees. No one's going to survive. Sydney, you won't survive there either, 25. Melbourne, you are not going to survive at 22 degrees. And Tasmania, you're even more fucked at 19 degrees, okay? Okay. There we go. Wyatt said the FAA Reauthorisation Act of 2018. Did I do the crazy eyes all right then or not? The FAA Reauthorisation Act of 2018 expires on December 20th of this year. So the federal government is literally using a terrorism drone mystery psyop against you to manipulate Congress into passing the new HR 8610 Counter UAS Authority Security, Safety and Reauthorisation Act of 2024, which will include appropriations and enhanced government powers to control you, and they're even going so far as to use it to push for acts of war against other countries. This is directly related to the Smith-Mundt Act being repealed, which prohibited the government from broadcasting propaganda. Yeah, Obama did that back in 2012, 2011, 2012. One of those years. I was there. I remember Obamacare being brought in. I was awake when Obamacare was brought in going, oh, shit, no. Poor America. That's going to be fine. Okay. Meanwhile, here in Australia, News.com said government tax increases have made Australia the most expensive place in the world to buy cigarettes. So people are turning to cannabis because of the price of cigarettes. It's cheaper to smoke cannabis now than it is cigarettes. Make that make sense. Craig Kelly said winning. Dr. William Bay smashes Afra in court. I might have to read this one on Rumble. Trump US President-elect JFK Jr. to be appointed as US Health Secretary. Dr. J. Bhattacharya to be appointed head NIH. Mis and disinformation defeated in the Senate. Reform ahead on the Tories in UK poll. Dan Andrews, here the Premier that shut Victoria down so hard and shot rubber bullets at everyone. Daniel Andrews facing court in boy bike scandal with potential criminal charges and possible jail. Let's hope so. Trudeau headed for massive defeat in Canada. Corruption findings upheld against Gladys, serious corrupt Berejiklian, which is the Premier of New South Wales here where I am. Fauci facing potential charges in the USA. Musk in Vivek ready to unleash Doge. The forces of a totalitarian evil are in retreat. I think maybe the criminal and malfeasance from our government health bureaucracy have been destroyed in the Queensland Supreme Court. This is talking about certain procedures, and I'm going to have to do that one on Rumble. Sorry, guys, but, you know, YouTube are just... It's not good. It's not good here anymore. I can't talk. Wolf of X said, I'm not crying, you're crying. Literally watered up. Listen to this. My friend died a few years ago. I got a surprise call from his number today. It turned out to be his little son. He asked me for a bike. I asked him if he knew me. He replied no, but I found a photo of my father with some man, and on the back of the photo I saw this number and the text. If you need anything, and I won't be around, ask him. He's me, just in another place. Oh, I'm not crying. You're crying, not me. It's not me crying, it's you. I'm here with your order. Take it with you, bro, and enjoy the lunch. I forgot to change my address and currently live in Maryland. I'm okay, thanks. I wanted to thank you again. It's my brother's birthday today, and he's laid to rest not far from where you had me take this delivery. I'm having lunch with him today because of you. You have no idea how much that truly means to me. I appreciate it. Wolf of X said there really is some good people out there. I was the poor kid growing up. My mum used to send me to birthday parties with no present, just so I could eat. I definitely got to a point where I understood and was embarrassed as hell. In 5th grade, my friend's mum invited me to sleep over the night before the actual birthday party. When her daughter was in the shower, the mum laid out the toys that she'd bought her daughter for her birthday. She let me pick one to wrap and put my name on it. I'm 37 now. I'm still grateful to that mum. That one act made such an impact. And this one, that's so adorable. Street singer was ignored by everyone, then 4 kittens came to show their support. Oh, look at you little giddy giddies. Oh. The cat's no good music. After this man's wife passed away, his children adopted a shelter dog for him to keep company. Best decision in the world. Are you ready for it? Hang on. I've got to get it back to the beginning. Can't play the music. Because they got him a pretty active dog there. Man's yeah, go on. Look, yep. Keep him going. Oh, look at him go. That's the way, mate. That's how you do it. Keep him active. Keep him going. Yes. Oh, God love him. In 1999, firefighter Jeff Oz rescued unresponsive toddler Javier Lewis from a burning home and performed life-saving CPR. In 2023, Lewis, now inspired by Oz, his name's Oz, and pursuing a firefighting career, introduced his son to his rescuer. Oh, God love him. How many of these are there? I don't want to cry. I don't want to wreck my makeup. 25-year-old pizza delivery man runs into a burning house, saves 4 children who tell him another might be in the house. He goes back in, finds the girl, jumps out a window with her and carries her to a cop who captures the moment on body cam. The cop's running to the house. Oh, there's the guy there, is it? Yep. God love that guy. That's what being human is. This guy cleaned up an entire park by himself. Edgar said, yeah, I did it. Yes, finally. 103 days, 103 hikes, 103 buckets of trash. Today, after walking to our waterfalls and back, I failed to find enough trash to fill half my bucket, let alone the entire thing. I think I've successfully cleaned up my entire park. This one, it's the little things. Dear Sarah, this is a bit awkward, but I've waited a really long time to pass this on to you. My wife and I came in for haircuts shortly before Christmas of last year. My wife was suffering from dementia, and you treated her as if you've been working with dementia patients all your life. You let us sit next to each other, and when it came time for her cut, you turned her chair towards me so I could watch her expression as you cut her hair. It turned out even better than I thought it would. Sadly, she died in March, and that haircut was one of the last best moments of her life. She felt so pretty. She visited the mirror in her bathroom several times during the day and would come out beaming. To see her so happy was priceless. Looking back, it was likely one of dozens of haircuts you gave that day, but one which revitalised a woman's sense of self and her singular beauty. I hope you always realise the power of your profession. It's so easy to take things like that for granted. I don't know if I can read any more of these, guys. I don't want to cry. How many are there? Oh my God, it just keeps going. Okay, I might do this one on its own, right? On its own video, because honestly, without me on the screen, because I'm going to start crying my eyes out. Okay, Rosita Diaz said the two teenage boys who had allegedly broken into a home in Alice Springs and struck a woman with a detachable metal freezer handle so hard it rebounded, hitting a 2-month-old baby and causing a brain bleed and fractured skull, had collectively been charged with almost 300 other offences and bailed 35 times, and were currently on bail. In a serious escalation in the crime crisis that's long gripped the Northern Territory, police have also charged a man with breaking into a woman's home and raping her while she slept, despite the man being on a good behaviour bond at the time. In another incident, police arrested 2 teenage boys for aggravated robbery on Thursday after they allegedly demanded alcohol from a 57-year-old man at his home, threatening him with a baseball bat and a tomahawk. One allegedly breached a suspended sentence in doing so, and the other was charged last month for exposing himself to a midwife. That's what happens when you don't hold people accountable. They keep going. They see it as a permission to keep going. Oh, dear God. Anthony Albanese, Australian Labor parody, said, I had the opportunity to meet with Chairman Kim Jong-un today to discuss the challenges of regulating digital platforms in the modern age. Okay, look at Kim Jong-un looking at Albanese, though. That doesn't look like I admire, respect, or anything new. That looks like, yeah, you little weasel. Elon Musk said, oh, Gary, how could you do this to me? Via electronic, Gary Gensler, Chair, Securities and Exchange Commission. Dear Chair Gensler, yesterday the Commission staff issued a settlement demand that required Mr Musk agree within 48 hours to either accept a monetary payment or face charges on numerous counts. They indicated that this demand was a result of a directive from their superiors and that charges would be brought imminently unless Mr Musk acquiesced. This demand follows a multi-year investigation and more than 6 years of harassment of Mr Musk by the Commission and its staff. More recently, the staff subpoenaed me, Mr Musk's attorney, for testimony and threatened to send a process server if I did not immediately cooperate. I categorically refused. This week, the Commission has also reopened an investigation into Neuralink. The series of events makes clear the Commission is not motivated to seek the truth, but instead is engaged in an improperly motivated campaign against Mr Musk and the individuals and companies associated with him. We demand to know who directed these actions, whether it was you or the White House. These tactics and misguided schemes will not intimidate us. We reserve all rights. Very truly yours, Alex Spiro. There you go. Okay, Geoloft has shared this with me, 100% correct. Test Dummy said, lawyer explains the wrinkle in the Hunter Biden pardon everyone missed. Okay, let's have a listen.
Did y'all miss me? Let's talk about Joe pardoning Hunter. And the wrinkle that nobody has picked up on yet. Not a single person I've listened to on the radio or anything else has picked up on this. I am a lawyer, not your lawyer. So what Joe has issued is a blanket pardon. Basically, he's given Hunter Biden immunity for everything that started when he joined Burisma 10 years ago up until now. It sounds great for Hunter, right? It sounds great for Joe because Joe is the person that Hunter would be testifying against if they made some kind of a deal, right? But do you understand how the Fifth Amendment works? If they give Hunter blanket immunity, which they have, Joe did this. Oh, he lied about it in June. He said he would never do it in a million years, and then he did it. What a good dad. He's doing it to protect himself because he doesn't want Hunter testifying against the Biden crime family. However, this is where he fouled up. Joe, you got to listen to your lawyers because I know one of your lawyers was bound up and smart enough to figure this out, and if they didn't, you need to hire new ones. I worked a case one time where they granted immunity in order to extract testimony from the person talking who was involved with my client. Here's how it works. If you've been granted immunity, the Fifth Amendment no longer applies. You cannot incriminate yourself when you've been granted blanket immunity over everything you did from ant to ant. Therefore, Hunter Biden can now be forced to testify against the big guy. And this is what everybody is missing. And this is where Joe totally screwed the pooch legally on this, is the immunity gets rid of that Fifth Amendment. So now when they ask Hunter Biden, they put him on the stand, if they do, and they ask, how much money did you launder through Ukraine to your dad? And he says, I'm taking the fifth. The judge can compel him to testify because he is immune from prosecution on that. And if he still refuses to testify, he can hold him in contempt and he can put him in jail until which point he decides to testify. Good one, Joe. Proving you're still a complete idiot.
There you go. I was saying that last week, I think. I was reading a post and it did say that the Fifth Amendment no longer works if he's granted total immunity. Now, Geoloft tagged me in this. The capital of Syria, Damascus, has fallen. Al-Assad escaped, but his aircraft dropped off the radars soon after takeoff. In hospitals across Syria's capital, Damascus, Bashar al-Assad's photos are being removed. I think there's more going on with this. I'm going to have to dig, as I said yesterday, I'm going to have to dig further into it. Geoloft also tagged me in this. Breaking opposition leaders. Hayat Tahrir al-Sham claims to have shot down the plane carrying Bashar al-Assad. Oh, and Geoloft said, tag me in this one as well, scared big time, why? Ian Yeager said, breaking, close to 100 national security officials have reportedly signed a letter opposing Tulsi Gabbard's confirmation of Director of National Intelligence. Yeah, I think they are scared. And Geoloft tagged me in this one. Why is DC against Mr. Cash and why are the lamestream prostitutes helping? Perhaps a clue. Listen. The redhead libertarian said, I've read all the JFK files. The stuff we can't release is not the questions you're asking. You already know the answers to the questions you're asking.
I never believed that the CIA killed Kennedy.
No. You're talking to...
Hang on. Now there's music in the back of this, and just to stop YouTube from banning my video in all countries, I'm going to read it to you. You're talking to a guy that's read the entire JFK file. You've seen all the secret stuff. I've seen all that. And I've seen the 7 pages on the 9/11 report. I've seen it all. You don't say that people, you can't tell what you saw. Should the stuff, Kennedy stuff, be released? Yes. Is there anything there that is like, is anybody alive? The problem that it's a thing. It's the things what that we can't release have nothing to do with the questions you guys are asking. That's about as far as I can go on it. But like the answers you guys want, you pretty much have them. There is very minimal stuff that can't be seen from things that you wouldn't even think are related to that. Why can't release them and you're thinking temporarily like, did it stop back then? Right? You know the way intelligence works. If you're always developing it, where do I... Oh, bugger. Where do I get that? Where did it go? Hey, I have found it 5 years ago. Let's go talk to him. Where does that guy get us? You know, it's a bit like a jigsaw puzzle. I mean, it's a state. Look, so the 7 pages, the 9/11 report, yes, overnight, needs to come out. I'm telling you, that's got to go. And there will be some people that are pissed off. Okay. You have it all. I'm pretty sure you'll get... What's the difference between a conspiracy and the truth? 6 months? Or less? Or more? Anyway, I'll never live it down, tag me in this one. Laughing. Queen Natalie said, who made this? Sorry, you got to say that from the beginning. When Trump actually... Ready? Points. I don't know why, it was funny. And this one, I'll never, okay, someone's done some, what do you call it? Playing with videos, okay? AI video. And I'll never live it down is laughing at this one too. Queen Natalie said, stop it, I can't take any more. Does this have music behind it? Yep. Is that supposed to be Jill or something? Who is it? What the fuck is going on here? Anyway, okay. Yeah, there you go. That's the news for today. That was interesting. I don't know what those last ones were about. Okay, let's go into the comments section. Because I jumped out to try and edit my videos and... Oh, okay. Okay, so we'll be using this one over here. J1, how you going? Stuart, how you going? Out to lunch, how you going? Nisi, how you going? Kai, how you going? Kai said Leno fell down a hill or some stairs as well. Wow. Alex, how you going? Yeah, I set up 2 lives accidentally. Sorry about that, guys. Deb, how you going? How come you are here? My chat was somewhere else. Yeah, I accidentally... What happens is... Let me show you something. Can I do it while I'm... Okay, if I go in here where I schedule the stream, right? Now, what I've done is I've hit something. If you don't hit on the actual... properly on this, you can end up with another live stream. And it will just give, like, it'll name itself the same as the day before. So that's what's happened. So let's go back to, where are we? There we go now. There we go. Yeah, the infinity screen. So that's what happened. I just must have pressed on the day instead of, like, the scheduled live that I already scheduled. I need to get with it. Okay, Deb said, how come you are... Oh, yeah, my chat was somewhere else. Okay. Alex said, I was thinking the same, lol. I was waiting on the other one to start. Kai said, I missed my second live last night. I fell asleep. Oh, no. Kai, I've been tuning in and out, like, intermittently to your lives. And sometimes I don't talk because I'm busy doing stuff. If you see me picking at myself, have you ever seen one of these things? It's a posture corrector to keep your back straight. Well, I've got one on, but it's bigger than this. And it keeps like rolling up and then it's digging in. I think I should have got a large, not a medium. Holy shit. Sorry guys, I'm just fixing myself here. It's pinching my arms. I think I need to do more aerobics. That'll work. Oh, God love you, Alex. Deb said, I wonder why you didn't start. Yeah, I would have wondered too. Guy said, my meds were increased, so I get sleepy like all day today. Alex said, hopefully everyone came over from the other live. Alex said, hope you're feeling better on the new meds. Sending love to you and Tony Kai. Yeah, much love, Kai. God love you, you poor thing. Kai said, I feel fine, just easy to go to bed anytime. Kai said, I've learnt no eye resting. Yes, those drones are ours. SW, how you going? G'day, chat and Hev. Dave from X22 said he wouldn't be surprised if drones were a white hat op. Well, we saw that too. We saw from the board, it did say the drones were a military op. Kai said, why does the signal come out sounding like a crocodile grumble? Which signal? Is that the drone one? Hey, Menacing Muskrat, how you going? Alex said, I had an idea about these drones mapping out the city. We were given news here that they are doing to start drone mapping in the new year to push forward, turning us into a smart city. Alex said they are really pushing forward with the smart city stuff. If we want it or not, they don't care what we want and want us to own nothing and be happy. Yeah, but it won't succeed. You'll get to the precipice. And the precipice for you might be the precipice differently for someone else. Because I've been there for ages. Waiting at the precipice going, go back, no, wrong way, guys, no. Yeah, and people just fucking run straight past you. Off the precipice. See you later. Okay, anyway, Menacing Muskrat said yes, and Chinese balloon have something to do with these drones. They testing the drift, just saying. Alex said, I'm moving into the woods. I can live like a real hobbit then. Menacing Muskrat said, Alex, never got your info from Hev yet. I can't work out how to, say, get Alex's number from Signal and give it to Menacing Muskrat. I've got no idea. Or vice versa. I have no idea. I don't know how to do it. Don't put it in the chat here, though, but if we jump on to Rumble next and if there's a call-in show, you might be able to write it in the private chat in that part. But, yeah. Menacing Muskrat said, thumbs it up, fam. Thank you. Menacing Muskrat said, Paul, great to see. Oh, Paul, how you going there, Paul? I nearly missed you. Alex said, no worries, Menacing Muskrat. It's been a really hectic week. My fridge freezer packed it in the other day and been really busy sorting out other things. This week has flown by again. Hope you're well. J1 said, digital ID currency, then locking food for shelves, food shelves at Woolies and zone drones for 5-minute cities, 15-minute cities. Menacing Muskrat said, my keyboard warrior, Wise the cat, is awake and running the keyboard. Oh, okay. So if we hear a whole lot of, we know what it is. Guy said, yeah, we are most likely screwed. No, I don't think we are. Alex said, yes, the shite is well and truly going to hit the fan soon and put people into a frenzy. I'm glad I have slowly been stocking up, J1. Menacing Muskrat said they will not be able to walk down the streets. Exactly. Alex said, I wish I could find it easy to sleep at night. Bloody insomnia, Kai. Menacing Muskrat said, full moon tomorrow night called the cold moon. Oh, I hope so. Or, I mean, that won't make the weather here cold. But, geez, I had a hard time sleeping last night. 20 degrees overnight. 20 degrees Celsius. It was a bit warm for sleeping. Alex said, yes, these technocrats are just forcing things and doing them anyway. I was really pleased to see British farmers fighting back. Over 500 tractors turned up in London. Paul said, everything is cold where you are. Menacing Muskrat. Oh, yes. Menacing Muskrat sent me a photo. Where is it? 3 photos, actually. Bloody beautiful. Look at the snow. Oh, that way. Look how beautiful it is. Oh, shit, your name's on there, Menacing Muskrat. Hang on. Shit. Oh, hang on. That one? I'm going the wrong way. I'm trying not to show your name. Holy crap. How do I do it? No. It went back. Hang on. Can I do it without pressing a button? There we go. Menacing Muskrat has beautiful snow happening right now. I wish I was there. We need some sort of teleportation device so I can teleport all over the place and see everyone. That'd be great. J1 said, my doctor did refuse me ivermectin as I thought, $29 apple flavour on the web. Really, J1? I got it for, was it $7 or $13 or something? The apple flavour one. Hey, George, how you going? Conchega said, Alex, you need low light and no blue light from screens. Reset your circadian rhythm. That's good advice, Conchega. Menacing Muskrat said, Paul, I know, but we are ready for it. I said, be right back. Alex said, I think farmers are planning to strike and block the ports, so no food. I hope people have enough to last. I just stocked up my new fridge freezer and think I've enough canned dry foods for a few months. Conchega said, hey, George. George said, hey, Menacing. And everyone's saying hello to each other. Menacing Muskrat said, Canada Post is still on flipping strike up here. Just so stupid. There you go. Yeah, that would be frustrating, Menacing Muskrat. Conchega Yowie said, Alex, do you have a generator? Alex said, I know I'm terrible for keeping my laptop on as I had really bad sleep paralysis the last time I turned everything off and been scared to try it again, Conchega. Menacing Muskrat said there was no sound coming from those other drones. There you go. Conchega said, Alex, you need someone to cuddle you to sleep. Alex said, I do have a light setting on my laptop that turns the light to an orangish colour instead of the blue light and also use dark mode on everything too, Conchega. Yeah, definitely turn that orange. I've got my screens. One of my screens is like that. I think the one I'm reading off. Conchega said, FYI, Australia is not this landmass, it's Norfolk Island. Really? Alex said, I do miss cuddles sometimes, although the kitties like to snuggle up, which is nice. Menacing Muskrat said, they ready trying to bury that pic of Beyonce? Oh, they're really trying. Alex said, I don't want to know what they're hiding. J1 said, like a lot of Australian politicians. Conchega Yowie said, Alex, there would be some serious spooning going on. Menacing Muskrat said, they all androgynes, they're all Baphomets. J1 said, big hands. Alex said, Conchega, and laughing. Conchega said, Hev, they call it a nub. Is that what that is in their pants? Alex said, like shovels, J1. Menacing Muskrat said, head and shoulder dimensions, female and male. Alex said, childbearing shoulders, as Shannon would say, Menacing Muskrat. Menacing Muskrat said, indeed, Alex. Conchega Yowie said, inversions, they've been pushed since the 1920s. Alex said, it's a full moon tomorrow at 4 a.m. UK time. Menacing Muskrat said, Alex, think we caught your bug, for Pete's sake. Alex said, something always happens around a full moon. George said, I might end up howling on my balcony. Yeah, you never know. Alex said, oh no, American werewolf in London. A London werewolf in London. An English werewolf in London, maybe. Alex said, oh no, I really hope you feel better soon. It was horrible. Sending you love and prayers, Menacing Muskrat. Conchega said, that's not Dutton. That is an actor with a mask. And as for one nation controlled opposition, be careful what and who you wish for. Menacing Muskrat said, Conchega Yowie, Joseph Mengele, Argentina, even the towns in Argentina have the German influence. Conchega said, George, and full head of hair. Menacing Muskrat said, Alex, we've been down for a week. George said, I do have full head of hair and a beard. J1 said, XRP, full moon incoming. Conchega Yowie said, George, I wrote a comedy sketch on that theme. Menacing Muskrat said, J1, it's called The Cold Moon. George said, okay, Conchega. Alex said, hopefully you should start feeling better soon. It's hard hitting but doesn't last that long. I was only ill for so long as I already had a bad cold. That'll be it for the year now. J1 said, is your belt loose on your pants? Oh, no, sorry. Conchega Yowie asked J1, is your belt loose on your pants? Alex said, I usually get really ill once a year and then I'm okay for the rest of the year. J1 said, bags packed, sitting on the train. Oh, really? Where are you going? Conchega said, George, I did Raw Comedy Heat in 2015. Alex said, what a creepy bloke staring at you like that, Hev. Yeah, it was weird. Like he wanted to, like if he could have killed me with a look, he would have. I swear to God. His missus was not even looking at me, but he was. Menacing Muskrat said, yep, the old antibodies are being built up, indeed. Conchega said, Pelosi has already been dealt with, just actors now. Alex said, that's how I see it. Best doctors in the world is our own immune system. I like to put mine to the test every now and then, Menacing Muskrat. J1 said, Mad Max movie scene, real life Australia. Conchega said, Alex, you need to get your heart rate up every now and then. Alex said, I keep hearing about this Mad Max. I don't think I've ever seen it. So don't know what people mean. Okay. Hang on a sec. Mad Max was an Australian movie. A dystopian movie. Hang on. Mad Max, and then I'll put the screen on for you. Screen. Do we have, hang on, pictures, images of Mad Max? It was a dystopian movie. The first one was the best one, I reckon. The first one always is of most movies. But they did Beyond the Thunderdome and all those ones. They did them. Hang on, can I open another YouTube? YouTube. No, I didn't want to go that far. Come on. Just want to go to YouTube. Do I have to go to my channel? Do I have to? Okay. I've been watching boats on Haulover Inlet. I think it's in Florida. Anyway, Mad Max we're looking at. I've been looking at all sorts of things. Okay, Mad Max 1979, 180p. Oh, it's on, hang on, is that on YouTube? What I'm going to do is, I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go over here. Alex, here you go. Go and watch this movie later on. Good movie. It's quite shocking, but it's good. So, yeah, got Mad Max. It was I was watching this guy. Mad Max 1979 film locations 40 years later. The Knight Rider. Mad Max fan recreates original Interceptor car. That was Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior. Opening chase scene from Mad Max. It's like a dystopian movie set in Australia, okay? Be worth watching, even just the scenery. Definitely worth watching. Mad Max. I might go and watch it, actually. Okay. Where was I up to? J1 said Mad Max movie scene, real life Australia, yep. And Alex said she didn't know what anyone was talking about. So, okay, I'll put the link in there. Menacing Muskrat said, even on horses, we use natural sorts on them before the vet is called. Yeah. J1 said, Mel Gibson, Mad Max, early Australia cult movie. Oh, it was, I think I watched it too in 1979 or 1980. Like, I was really young when I first saw it. And it was like, but I loved it. It was like the movie First Blood. I was very young when I watched that too, but I loved it. Massive Muskrat said, my cat was plugged up and we gave her pumpkin sauce. Worked like a charm. Deb said, beam or something is coming out of the drones. Okay, Concheggy, he said, Alex, Mad Max was renamed Road Warrior for the USA about a dystopian world in the future. Mad Max 2 was filmed around Broken Hill, my birthplace. Hey, Michelle App, how you going? Deb said, my dad came from Broken Hill. My daughter was at Broken Hill not long ago. She bought a house there and then sold it. Deb said, hey, Michelle App. Conchega said, Deb, small world. Lots of really great folk come from there. Alex said, my dodgy heart means mine is always increased, Conchega. Conchega said, Deb, first name. Paul said, Tucker's daughter's a memory. Yep. They want to build you up just to tear you down. Slap your knee bones to the ground. That's Tucker's Daughter, Australian song. Alex said, I see. I have to see if I can find it on YouTube something. Maybe can be another Watch with Hev segment. Deb said, on the other live, I said, it's getting hot in here. I remember seeing that too, Deb. I was in the other live on my stream. I would have been sitting there too going, what the hell's going on? Alex said, I have to check it out. There you go. I'll put the link in there. J1 said, Kenny off South Park. They killed Kenny, you bastards. Conchega said, Deb, start ripping the clothes off. George said, bloody freezing in London. Alex said, I like Mel Gibson, one of the few celebrities I do like. Me too. Always have. He's a good-looking young man. Deb said, 39 degrees Adelaide, getting hot without moisture. Deb's singing to herself, it's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. Alex said, yeah, pretty cold here too. Could be a frosty one. Apparently we're supposed to be getting snow again soon, George. George said, Mel Gibson speaks his mind. Menacing Muskrat said, minus 30 degrees Celsius, something up here. Oh, my goodness. SW said, thanks for the heads up, Deb. We have 32 today and 40 tomorrow. First hot days of summer. Deb said, the police are shutting down new smoke shops. Wow. Conchega said, Deb, you can leave your hat on. You can leave your hat on. SW said, g'day, George. George said, okay, Alex, I don't mind snow. Conchega said, Deb, what side of Broken Hill was Dad born and what was his first name? Deb said, other don't like it if you smoke weed instead of cigarettes. George said, I'm smoking a joint right now. Deb said, I have to look it up, Conchega. His name was John Richardson. George said, animals are a gift from God. Conchega said, Deb, cool. I left in 79 when I joined the Navy, went back for 2 years, moved to South Australia, been here ever since. Deb said, even the old man has new vigour. Alex said, I think I found the full film on YouTube. Oh, you found it. If I had just gone through the chat, Alex, I would have realised you already found it. It's a good movie, though. It's quite, intense. Quite intense. Conchega said, Deb, the colour blue. Deb said his mum remarried and her name was Gladys Head. Conchega said, Alex, look at Mel Gibson as he looks different. Alex said, I love the snow. It looks beautiful and so quiet. Not when it turns into slush, though, George. Conchega said, Deb, cool. Some names to work with. Different mob, that lot. Hillites, I mean. Deb said, move on. Alex said, do you mean he looks different from the film, Conchega? Deb said, it was a very long time ago, Conchega. Menacing said, crying is human. All good, Hev. Yeah, I just didn't realise it went for that long. And it's lovely and everything, but I don't want to sit here crying. That's not good. Alex said, it's lovely to hear some nice, wholesome stories after constantly hearing about so much misery in the world, isn't it? It's a nice break. It really is. Where was I up to? Deb said he looks like Kim Jong-un. Conchega said, Deb, there's a FDB page called Hill Lights, lots of info on families. I also have a book containing the mining deaths with names as well. Deb said, thank you, Conchega. Alex said, okay, I will keep an eye out. That film looks like it's in high definition too, so it should be good, Conchega. Conchega said, Deb, pleasure. Conchega said, one of George Miller's first big films, Alex. Menacing Muskrat said, 13 Bloodlines, Conchega. Deb's laughing. Conchega said, Menacing Muskrat, have all that stuff. Alex said, I'm not really a film person, but some films are really good and so much truth in them. Deb said, and are still taking money from Ukraine. Menacing Muskrat said, Fritz Springmeier, Conchega Yowie. Conchega said, Alex, soft disclosure. Alex said, yes, lots of it. They have to tell us what they're doing, but many people just see it as entertainment. Yeah, many people just say, it's just a movie. I used to. Menacing Muskrat said, Ukraine is the hub of the Biden and Vatican evil. Deb said, wash. J1 said, Ukraine moving digital bridge very fast. Alex said, I've heard there are lots of important servers there and probably why Zelensky's got so much on all our leaders, bribing them all out of taxpayer billions. J1 said, thought there was a war. Conchega said, J1 only on MSM. Paul said, the Army versus Navy game is on at the moment. Conchega said, Paul, not scripted like the NFL. Alex said, was that David Lammy falling down the drain? I'm not sure. Paul said, yeah. J1 said, Singapore massive in the new financial system infrastructure. J1 said, we'll control Australian digital market. Menacing Muskrat said, Hev Mac, that's a meme when Jill Biden attended the opening of the Notre Dame Cathedral, but Jill was very talkative with POTUS Trump. I thought it was. I thought it was supposed to be representing Jill Biden, and it was quite funny, actually. Just about giving him a lap dance there. Conchega said, going to be a stinker here, so going to wet the chook yard down. Chow. Yeah, I've got to do that too. Menacing Muskrat said, oh my God, I thought you were able to show us the double hole punch, Hev. I got a new one on. Are you ready? Okay, hang on. Underestimate me, that'll be fun. Okay, I'm not showing it twice, okay? Just once. Underestimate me, that'll be fun. And Deb said, show us your shirt. Yep, which I did. Alex said, take care and hopefully catch you on Rumble in a little while, Conchega. Carl said, hello from Vietnam. Oh my God, Carl, you do get around, don't you? Jules of Southern Oregon, hey, going? Good to see ya. George said, take care, Conchega. Deb said, hello, Julie of Southern California. Menacing Muskrat said, Carl Anthony, hello. Everyone's saying hello, Jules, Carl. Deb said, are you on holiday, Carl? Jules said, George, hello. Alex said, yeah, I'm trying not to worry about it too much. I have my food stock up and I'm hoping that more people wake up. People need to see it and don't care unless things affect them directly. Well, the big event will affect everyone directly, I think, so they won't have any choice but to wake up. Deb said, that's beautiful snow. Deb said, nope, no, snow for me, too cold. I love it. Jules said, Alex, hello. Deb said, yeah, no, on the snow. Alex said, that looks lovely, Menacing Muskrat. Hopefully we get snow again soon. Jules said, Muskrat, hello. Paul said, Navy winning, 28-13. Menacing Muskrat said, Jules of Southern Oregon, hello, how you doing? Alex said, no, I don't have a generator. I've thought about getting one. I do have fire pit and portable stove, things like that, but I think a generator would be good to have. So expensive, though. Alex said, I think my dad said ages ago they sell generators in Costco. I might have a look. Menacing Muskrat said, Beyonce, a.k.a. Sasha Fierce, her alter ego. They all have. What's, isn't Nicki Minaj's one Ronan or Roman or something like that? Deb said, who does Shannon think he is not being here in chat? Deb said, you mean one of the demons she has on board? Yep. George said, having a generator is a bloody good idea. It is. Alex said, I think it'll be good investment. I've just had a quick look and they have small ones online for about £50 to £100. How much power would a fridge freezer take? Menacing Muskrat said, we use generators all summer because of the forest fires. They're very close, but we stay as the rest of the town evacuated. Yeah, I know someone who's living on land and they use generators as well for air conditioning because you can't run air conditioning off solar. Well, not a big one anyway. Deb said, great Australian scenery, Mad Max. It is. Alex said, I already have fairy lights, so I don't need much power, just enough to keep food cold. George said, Mad Max is a good movie. Yes, it is. Alex said, that's the one I found, Hev, that 180p one. I'm going back to check it out. And Menacing Muskrat said, Alex, can you, the Cell movie, put a link? Paul said, some of the Mad Max was filmed at Homebush before the Olympics. Yes. Oh, shoot. It's jumped. Okay. Alex said, as long as it hasn't got any gruesome bits in it. Oh. Shit, I can't remember. I'm going to have to watch it myself, Alex. There's a couple. Like, they're pretty mean people, and the people he's fighting are very mean people. But, yeah, I don't think it's too much. I don't know. I was a kid when I watched it. I was also a young teenager when I watched I Spit on Your Grave. What the hell was I watching? What was I doing watching movies like that at that age? Anywho. Deb said, yeah, just like driving down the road. George said there's some gruesome bits, Alex. Paul said the shoe bouncing down the road. Yes. Alex said, Cell's a good film. Makes me wonder if something like that would happen. Well, it's no worse than Cell. Okay, Alex? So Deb said, I thought you was in the live. Deb said, thank you, Hev. That means no cheap smoke. Alex said, I'll just close my eyes, George. Yeah, peek through them like that, you know. You're watching the movie, but you're ready to go when it's too late. Deb said, chicken soup stories. Alex said, we have a few watch with Hev film shows lined up now. Yeah, we've just got to do them. I've just got to find a time to do them. There's so much news coming out lately that it's really hard to find the time. Deb said, are we having an Ask Dr. Timmer today? I think we were. I'm not sure if he's here or will be there, but I think we were. We're going to go to Rumble. I'll read a couple of things, and if he turns up, then yeah. Deb said, yes, Silent Green is just a movie. Soylent Green is just a movie, yep. George said, the X-Files watch-along was good, Alex. Alex said, I thought so, but I've not seen Timmer. I hope he's okay. I'll call in too. Deb said, yes, Watch Party's good. Alex said, yes, the X-Files is great. And Twilight Zone, we have loads more good episodes, George, yep. Deb said, I missed the shirt. Rewind, Deb. Alex said, always good fun, Deb. Sherry said, oh no, late again, darn it. Alex said, Sherry, glad you made it. And how you going, Sherry? Good to see you. Carl said, Deb's sort of holiday. I'm still between jobs doing a Black Friday sale cruise from Hong Kong to SG. HK to SG. Why not before the storm? And Deb said, I got it. Safe and happy travels, Carl. Sherry said, hey, Alex, George, Deb. Alex said, that's awesome, Carl. Hope you have a lovely time. My best friend's from Vietnam, a beautiful country. Timmy, there he is, Timmy. And George said, hey, Timmy. And Alex said, there you are, Timmy. And Menacing Muskrats put the Rumble link in. And just as Timmy gets here, we're going over to Rumble. So hopefully I'll see you guys over there and we can have a chat a bit more. Okay. Have a good one, guys. See you soon.